For this Basecamp adventure, we head north to the beautiful English Lake District. Returning to Ullswater Lake, the home of the steamers, one of the largest heritage boat fleets in the world. We pitch up on the north end of Ullswater Lake at Poole Bridge, a pretty lakeland village with direct access to the Ullswater Way. From where we discover Bronze Age monuments gifted to us by our ancient ancestors. And we explore the lakeshore footpaths circumnavigating England's most beautiful lake. Join us on this early spring and very wet base camping adventure. Poole Bridge was once an important fishing trading area, and its origins date back as far as the 16th century. Located on the very north of Ullswater, where the rolling soft hills soon transform into the lofty peaks of England's highest mountains in the south. For this trip, we are staying at Hillcroft Park, which is within touching distance of Poole Bridge village. The touring pitches are pristine, hard standing and very level, offering campers and caravans a high level of privacy. There are 19 eco-pods which are very popular in the Lake District. A fully stocked shop for those forgotten essentials. And for those seeking maximum comfort, a large community of lodges. All complemented with the finest facilities block I have personally seen. Playing the ambient sounds of the park into these sparkling clean, luxurious facilities. When I arrived to my fully serviced, hard-standing pitch, I chose to practice my reversing manoeuvres as I usually do. After at least a dozen attempts, I finally reversed the base camp squarely on the pitch. Using the motor mover to finalise its position. Unfortunately, I make a huge schoolboy error and set up on the wrong side of the pitch, resulting in a double setup. Very painful. Well, that took me 2 hours to set up, with me putting the caravan on the wrong side of the pitch, having to move it, and then this front's come through. It's so windy trying to get the awning up. Looks like it's going to rain for about another half an hour. This will pass through, then we'll go on our first walk. So the plan for this afternoon, once this weather front's passed through, it stops raining in about 20 minutes time or so, we're going to do a short hike from the campsite straight on the Ullswater Way, just to the Cockpit stone circle. So we are at the campsite. There where that blue dot is, that red line's the Ullswater Way, and there's the Cockpit stone circle right there. So I mean, it's an hour walk there and back, it's not too far, so we'll do that and then we'll come back and cook some food and just chill out. Tomorrow is the big hiking day, no matter what the weather throws at us. Well, we're well and truly not going for a walk yet, are we, dog? We are definitely stuck in a base camp. The rain eventually passes and the dog and I set off for the Cockpit Stone Circle, accessing the Ullswater Way directly via a private footpath nestled in the corner of the park. The moody low moorland at the north end of Ullswater at first glance looks like an empty, featureless place. However, on closer inspection reveals a landscape dotted with Bronze Age mysteries. The most bewildering of these ancient remains is the Cockpit Stone Circle. Although not as impressive as its neighbour at Castlerig in Keswick, Cockpit consists of 30 standing stones and is thought to be between 3,500 and 5,000 years old. So we're back from our walk to the Cockpit Stone Circle. Not too far. Weather looks like it's settling down, albeit it's very windy. So the plan for tonight, we're just going to get some food on. I'm just going to get a film on. I'm going to get an early to bed tonight. Basecamp nice and cosy as always. The following morning, we awake to continuing downpours, and with it forecast to stay for the next couple of hours, I take the opportunity for some base camp downtime. So, the plan for today. I've got various hikes planned around Ullswater Lake, some from this campsite and some from car parks around the lake. What I think I'm going to go for today, because it's so weather dependent, we've got lots of sort of fronts coming through and strong wind and rain coming through. So I think what I'm going to go for today is the Patterdale to High Dodd walk. So Patterdale is at the south end of Ullswater Lake. We're at the north end here, south end, so I'll have to drive around. That's where sort of like the high fells really start, around that location. And I've got a 4.5 mile hike to High Dodd, which is 500 metres high, so it's a 9 mile out and return. What I'm going to do is when I get to this section of the walk here on the Ullswater Way, before I go up High Dodd, it's all going to depend on what the weather's doing at the time. So hopefully we can get up onto High Dodd, and if not, we'll just come back and do the lake. So no hiking in the hills starts without the bacon sandwich. What do you reckon, dog? Don't you worry, darling, you'll get some. Encouraged with the appearance of a rainbow, we set off for Patterdale, where we stopped briefly to admire the Duke of Portland boathouse. This boathouse is the most iconic and photographed building in the Lake District. It originally belonged to the 3rd Duke of Portland in the 18th century, who happened to be the Prime Minister twice. The building is now a romantic holiday rental. Our hike starts at the beautiful village of Patterdale. This small, unspoiled village in the heart of the Lake District is surrounded by mountains. It's a popular area for walkers for Helvellyn and the surrounding fells and peaks. For the dog and I, it is the gateway to the Ullswater Way, heading north along the lake. we continue north along the Ullswater Way, completely distracted by the beautiful lakeland views stretching into infinity, and capture a glimpse of a passing steamer before finding that perfect spot to enjoy a picnic with spellblinding views. So we've just about reached that footpath that will take us up into the higher fells. And I'm looking at that weather coming over the mountains in the distance from Glenridding, Scarfell in the background. I think we'll just stay on the lakeside path. I don't want to risk going up in the mountains in this. What's the point? So we're back from our hike along the Ullswater Way, along Ullswater Lake. That was a beautiful hike, that. Despite having 4 seasons of weather in 4 hours, it was a beautiful hike. The dog, as you'd expect, worn out. She's not really speaking to me at the moment after her external shower with shampoo, but needs must. So I've just got the hot water on. I'm gonna have a shower in a minute. Get a hot chocolate on. I think that's been hard earned. It's got the awning outside. You can see I've got all our wets drying. That's why it's essential to have an awning with a Basecamp. It's essential. If you're using it like I do, you know, it's essential item. So plan for this evening, similar to last night. We'll get some food on. We'll have a couple of beers, get a film on, and then I'll be up early in the morning, packing up and ready to head home. Later that evening presents unexpectedly sunny and warm, drying out a previously soaked awning. So I take the opportunity to pack it away dry ahead of the approaching band of heavy rain. Well, after today's hiking, dog, I suppose I can let you off. The following morning is a stress-free pack down, albeit a wet one. However, I am rewarded by the decision to pack the awning away dry the night before. The Basecamp Caravan once again provided a warm, dry and comfortable space while still delivering a camping experience. The Hillcroft Park is a pristine camping ground. In season it will no doubt be thriving, which for me would erode the outdoor experience I continuously thrive. But for families seeking a premium experience, there would be no better place to stay in Ullswater. This brings to an end another fantastic Basecamp adventure. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one very soon.